Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me again as we continue to dive into section 2 of this amazing book, where we continue to take you on that journey with us, where we are going to be learning and growing together. We are going to be sharing tips and strategies on how to use this amazing traffic secret book and the material that is actually in it to actually grow our business. This book is actually written by the co-founder of ClickFunnels, who is one of the best in the game, in the affiliate game, or the affiliate marketing, or the entrepreneurial game on a whole. This book has been used by, I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs to actually grow their business or to scale their business to a whole different level, and it is really a game changer. So I would suggest you pick up a copy down below and actually use this book and dig deeper into it and see what it can actually do for you and your business, because most people might say it might not work for all type of business, but I know for sure this work for just about any type of business. It could be a physical shop, corner shop. It could be, you could be an online marketer, you could be, just work for any and every kind of business. With all that said, my name is Dwayne Swaby. I want to say continue supporting and continue watching as we dive deeper into this book. Today we're going to be sharing secret number 10, which is actually the Instagram secret. So we're going to start moving towards lean towards Instagram right now, and actually, you know, try to understand the platform and how it works and how to use it to how to leverage it to actually grow a business at an alarming rate. And that's exactly our aim in this video today. One thing you want to do, if you know, for any platform you're going to be using for advertisement, or any platform you're going to dive into, or work your way in to your Dream 100, you have to figure out first how that platform really works. So you got to understand the foundation of it and where it's from, how it came about, that kind of stuff. And then what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be focusing, not, we're not going to dig too deep into it. We're just going to focus on the overall strategy of it, or the, I would say, we're going to focus on the overarching strategies of this platform, and how to leverage the traffic that is already congregated on this platform. We're not creating traffic on this platform. We're actually going in and tapping into what is actually already there, and that's what we are going to be doing now. We're actually not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're actually trying to learn from the failures of others, and actually use that information to actually grow our business. So with all that said, most people work their way into a platform and actually work their way into their Dream 100. So our aim here today is actually to show you how to play the game on two sides, to work your way in and to buy your way in. So we are actually going to be looking at working your way in at first. So working your way in, as we spoke about in previous in the first chapter of this book, you know where we basically try to build relationships on these platforms, try to try to position yourself as a leader, as a source of information for others to lean on, and so they can actually like us and trust us. So working our way in is actually trying to get followers on these platforms. Instagram, for example, we're trying to get followers. We're trying to create content that is engaging, and having our audience wanting more and want to see more, like their favorite episodes on Netflix. Pretty much, you wanna create that kind of atmosphere for them to want more. The more they get, the more they want, and that's the kind of atmosphere we actually creating. We actually trying to create by building relationships, and or the platform that we are actually trying to work our way into. As I said before, we have to play this game strategically. So we play it, if we want to really grow at an alarming rate, or exponentially, pretty much. You want to grow exponentially. So what you want to do, you want to work your way in and buy your way in as well. And you know I would suggest, if you're a smart marketer, I mean, I would suggest doing both. You cannot be cheap on your way to greatness. You have to be able to spend a little bit of money. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to be able to put money in to get money out. And if you're smart doing that, then every dollar you put in, you'll be sure to get back a dollar out, or a dollar 50, potentially making a profit. So that's exactly what you do. And then, but you want to build those relationships and provide content for the you know put your message in front of your Dream 100 followers. Then you can actually potentially push them to your funnel and actually make them an offer. You don't want to, you want to be the one to provide value first, and then serve them first, or serve the community first, and then the community will be able to serve you once you have value to offer, and once you're providing value consistently for the market. Just remember that you already know your dream, your dream customer. You know where they are congregated. You know they're, your dream 100 have already congregated them and have them in one area. So it's for you now to actually become a part of that conversation, and actually, don't try to, take them away from what they're doing. You want to keep them where they're at, and actually, communicate with them there, and actually get them to like and trust you. Then they'll follow you just about anywhere. So you want to make sure you spend at least 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, every day, actually consistently, looking at your dream 100, looking how they're engaging with the followers, and what kind of content they're putting out there, and how their followers are actually engaging with them as well. You want to follow this pattern, because what this pattern will do is actually going to give you creative ideas of how to strategically position yourself, so you can actually become a force to be reckoned with, or a leader in the game of marketing, or as an entrepreneur. Pretty much you want to play that game and play it well. So you want to understand the game first before you actually start playing the game. You must you know put yourself in that position to become to model, to for people to model, like you are modeling your dream 100. You want you know followers to actually model what you're doing, and actually know that they can depend on you for answers, and to solve their problems, to move them away from what they feel into something better, pain to pleasure, that kind of stuff. So as I said before, you want to follow the pattern that your dream 100 is actually using, and also model that pattern. As I said before, I cannot stress this enough, you cannot copy. You got to be original. You got to be authentic. Your followers will recognize if you're not authentic. They will see it, because they will see information elsewhere that is being posted original by these people. So you don't want to copy your dream 100. You want to model what they're doing, and and stay very close to them, because I mean, you staying close to them don't mean spending a whole day on there and watching what they're doing, but spend 5 or 10 minutes on them. Because one other thing you want to step away from, you don't want to become a consumer of this platform, because it will consume you. It will consume you. You want to be a producer of this, these platforms. You want to make sure you're showing up, and you're providing value consistently, and that's exactly what you want to do. And that's one of the reasons why you're following the people who are successful, who is your dream 100, who actually been there, done it. They have been through the failures. They have actually perfected these strategies, and actually have them working. So what you want to do, you want to make sure you watch them closely. That means if the algorithm changes, they are the one who's going to notice first, because I mean, they're so into these things, and they've actually been there, done it. They've seen it before. They have seen the worst when the algorithm change and everything changes for them. So they know when these things are happening. So all you gotta do now is just stay close to them, watch what they're doing, and see how they're engaging and how people are engaging with them, and you're fine. You'll be doing just fine. Another thing I want to look at, as marketer, pretty much you got to identify a publishing strategy, and you have to do that, because if you don't do that, then pretty much you won't understand the pattern, and how to present yourself, and how to not to be a pushy salesperson, but actually how to present yourself in front of your followers, so they can actually be magnetized, or be magnetic to you. You want to be that magnetic character. You want to be that, I said before, you want to be the life of the party. You want to be somebody who they can rely on. You want to be trustworthy, and these are the stuff they're looking for. So when you do posting this hub content, to grab people's attention and your followers attention, you want to make sure that you're not selling anything. You don't want to be a sleazy salesperson. You want to be somebody who build relationship, and then in return you'll get everything that you want from your followers, because they're going to be able to trust you more, and not just with the fact that you want their money. So you want to make sure the ultimate goal here is not to sell anything in these different segments of Instagram. There are a couple of segment you can use for sales, but for right now, I would say your profile and Instagram TV, you want to use these areas of that platform to actually just put a small call to action, basically just saying like, share, follow, comment. If you have any questions, that kind of stuff, I mean, just give them a nice little call to action, so they don't think that you're pushing them. You're asking them to comment, you're asking them to share, you're asking them to follow you. Pretty much is you technically just asking them to do that because you're sharing value with them, and that's exactly what you're doing. So you're not really being pushy. It's a matter of asking them to do you a favor and letting them know that you appreciate them. What I'm saying is that also you basically want to hook them long enough just to get their attention, so you can direct them into your funnel and actually convert them into customers, and not just customers but traffic that you own, because you want to basically in the long run you're actually building a tribe, you're building a community of people, of like-minded people who's going to share your vision and who will want to follow you because you're providing them a value, you're helping them along the way. As I can remember, my first mentor who actually get me into this kind of business. He actually, one of the things I can never forget, some of the things he said, but this is one of the things that stood held close to me. He's when you're providing content, pretty much it should be, you provide a piece, you pitch them once and see how they react to it, but then you got to provide value, and then pitching them again. So you got to provide value as 3 or 4 times before you can actually pitch them again, and you got to stay in line with whatever they originally opt-in your email list for. You got to keep it in line with that, because you want to confuse the audience, you want to confuse the community. You want to make sure they understand what you're all about and what you're there for, and what they're gonna get from you. People always want free stuff, so they want to know what they're gonna get from you. So what you want to do as well in this, when you get people's attention and you're gonna push them to your funnel, you want to do this in Instagram story or Instagram live. That's where you want to do that, and you are gonna be you wanna, as I said before, you're gonna keep close to your Dream 100, monitor what they're doing, monitor everything they post. You'll see the changes that is taking place in that platform, and how and what is working, and how to model it to actually make it your own. And that's what you want to do. You want to present yourself, not to create a persona per se. You want to be real. You want to be that attractive character that attracts like-minded people who are sharing in your vision, and you're documenting your journey, because you're taking them on that journey with you. That means it gives them a little bit of confidence to know that this thing can be done not by special people, not by geniuses, but by regular people, ordinary people like you and I. And that's exactly the kind of stuff you're actually trying to bring across. You want to be relatable. You want to have people to put themselves in your shoes, or you put yourself in their shoes. You gotta understand them, and they gotta understand you and what you stand for. And this will give you the kind of position you as this attractive character, or this magnetic character that people are looking for. Most people don't like to make decisions. They want someone to make a decision for them. That's what they want to do. They want somebody to tell them what to do. So one another thing you want to understand as well. You want to also understand the that your profile, your Instagram profile, is actually one of the key. Let's say is an asset. It's where you create that foundation for your business to build on, and that's where it all begins. You have to basically do some house cleaning, clean up your profile. The first thing people are going to see when they look at your profile is going to be your bio, and that's what they're going to look at. They look what you're for, what you're all about, all these things you're posting. When they engage in one of your posts and they go to your bio, they're going to say it cannot be contradicting to what you're posting. It must be in line with what you're posting. It has to be something that that is a linkage. So create that linkage between your profile and your post that you're posting, and your business, what you're all about. So you want to make sure that you do that, because people are going to look at. Then the second thing they're going to look at, it's going to be your gallery, your picture grid. They're going to see the different stuff you post, and one or two of those going to act as a hook to hook them, to get them into your world, or to get them to engage with you. and that's what they're going to do. So you're going to be sure to, you know what you're posting, and you should be strategically, you shouldn't just post in real time. You should, basically put some thought into what you're going to be putting on your profile, because this is going to be the hook that's going to grab your followers to actually, come into your world, so you can actually push them through your funnel. And that's the ultimate goal here, to push them through your funnel and to get them on your email list, and actually, now own that kind of that traffic, which will be free traffic for you when you're ready to tap into that email list, once you continue to nurture and provide value for that community. All right, so one thing you also want to take into consideration as well is some of the stuff you're posting. You can't post stuff, everything about your business. You gotta have a couple of categories of stuff you're gonna be posting, because I mean, different people come to your profile for different reasons, and for them to resonate with you, and for you to get them into your world, get them to understand you, you gotta hook them first. So it'd be nice if you could, include be a little bit versatile when it comes to posting, because and that's one of the reasons I say this is that, um, if you look at most of the successful, entrepreneurs or influencers on Instagram, most of them have at least 5 or 6 different categories, that is actually appearing below their bios. That actually, you see, some of them may have entrepreneurship, motivation, the kind of, travel, family, that kind of stuff. Pretty much a couple stuff, core stuff that they are very passionate about, and something that means a lot to them, something that stands for. It's my, for me, for example, I'm passionate about a few stuff, and I would say, soccer is one of those family, traffic, motivation or inspirational stuff. I am also into, entrepreneurship, and that's some of the stuff that is actually, on my highlights right below my bio. That's actually can actually get people's attention, because people will definitely check it out and see see the kind of stuff you're into. So you don't want to be geeking out about just your business, because people will just, some people are not there for business, but they eventually come into your world. They will, see what you stand for and start resonating to what you're doing, and they might just, stick around and engage with you a little bit longer. So you want to basically, you know stick within that, a couple of different highlights that means the most to you. And then in the interim, you might just be able to push these people to your funnels, for whatever reason they get hooked, and they stick around and actually engage with you. So you want to take these things into consideration. When you're posting, you know pictures or content on your Instagram profile. Remember, now you're creating a brand. If you're gonna brand yourself, pretty much, or have a brand that people can actually look forward to for something, different, something special, something unique, then you got to, there are actually about 5 different things I would suggest you actually take into consideration. The first one would be, you want to make sure, whatever you're posting actually fits within the brand, in line with the brand. You don't want to move away from your brand too much, because you don't want to confuse your audience. You also want to make sure that, it's something that is actually your Dream 100 followers that will actually engage with. So when you're gonna post content, or captions, you wanna think about it. Will my audience engage with this? Will this be good enough for my audience? Because once you've created your perfect avatar, I mean, you want to make sure you cater to your avatar and not to yourself. It's not something what you feel at the very moment, but what you think or know your audience, because you know your audience, you know your avatar. So you have to know that this is going to be something that's going to provide value for them, and they will engage with it. So you're gonna put some, you don't want to post in real time and just put anything out there. You're creating a brand. You want to make sure it is brandable. It's exactly what you want to do. And one other thing you also want to do is, you want to make sure the visibility of whatever you're posting is somewhat consistent with the kind of stuff you normally post. You don't want to be all over the place. As I said before, you're trying to make this simple and easy, content driven, but simple and easy. People should be able to understand what you're posting, or or see the value in what you're posting, or they look at it. It's easy to look at it's clean. It's brandable. You also want to make this piece recognizable, so it recognized beyond what you're selling. You want to create that kind of recognition beyond what you're selling. You don't want to be just recognized for what you're selling, but you also really want to recognize for what you stand for, your passion, what you're into, that others can actually relate to. So you also want to do this as well. Yeah, I said before, I said this earlier, that you want to create quality. You want to create value, that is in line with your brand, that your audience is expecting you to provide. They know that you provide the best. They're expecting the best, and that's all you have to put out there. Nothing but the best. Let's take a closer look at IGTV and Instagram and how it works and how it can actually benefit us. Instagram TV is like a it was created as a mini version of YouTube, to actually test your hook and your material, to see what your audience is responding to while they're engaging with you and while they're scrolling through the app. Once you've identified what they're interacting with, or what they're most engaged with, or what their interests are, what you'll do is now provide a more produced piece of content that you can actually grab their attention, actually push them into your funnel. And that's exactly what you do. You want to answer questions or expand on a certain topic that they're interested in, and you're gonna use videos of this video is about 60 seconds long. And over time you can make as much of these as possible, but over time these videos will become a part of an episode that would be could be up to about 60 minutes long. And what we have as marketers actually found out is that most of the audience on Instagram, pretty much, the first 3 to 5 minutes is when they're most interested in, when they're more interested in whatever they're watching. If they go that far, then they're interested in whatever they're watching. However, that is actually considered to be the sweet spot, and for us marketers, pretty much. These videos, during these videos, after the first 60 second, Instagram will actually come and I will ask you, stop the video and ask you, if you want to continue watching. And if you really want to continue watching, after 6 seconds you could continue, but 3 to 5 minutes is actually where we found to be the sweet spot of this video. So you gotta make sure whatever you're doing, it should be within the 3 to 5 minutes. You should be able to captivate your audience, or so you can actually get them into your world and push them to your funnel. And that's one of the things to take into consideration. Let's talk about Instagram story. Well, Instagram story is actually where you will be able to post 15-second videos, as many as you possibly can, for those, because those are actually going to be sticking around for about 24 hours. After 24 hours, you won't see them. So you need to strategically, you can be very, you don't need to be very strategic with these, let's say that much. So you don't have to put much thought process into that. Just create videos that is actually fun and relatable, so your followers can actually engage with you and keep them engaged and wanting more of you. I guess that will cover the overarching strategy of Instagram traffic secret. For right now, if you want to go in depth, the book will be in the description down below. Feel free to like, share and comment, and also subscribe to your channel, so we can continue to take you on the journey with us, and where we can actually learn and grow together. Again, my name is Dwayne Swiby from DLTS Enterprise, and I guess I'll be seeing you tomorrow in another video like this one, so where we share another secret of this traffic secret book, written by Russell Brunson, who is the co-founder of ClickFunnels. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for sticking through the video, and as we say, we'll see you tomorrow.